It's that time of year to start thinking about how we're going to preserve our food. And even though it's early in the season, for me, when I'm recording this, it's the springtime. I'm starting to get things out the garden already. And I'm also just trying to kind of think ahead on how I want to preserve my food. So what I did was I went all around my house because I have stuff stashed everywhere. And I brought everything into my kitchen so I can do like an inventory of what I have for doing my food preservation. So I'm going to show you and kind of document what I have because there's a few more things that I need. So y'all, first of all, look at these lovely jars. I did this last night, and this is the product of my first pressure canning. So I never pressure canned before, and I have to clean these jars, but I'm just letting them sit for a little bit longer before I mess with them too much. But this is actually some vegetarian spaghetti sauce. So yay for me, I got that done. These are all of my jars that I have. And I got some, these are all pint jars. And then I have some quarts, and you can see I've used some of the quart jars already. And then I have some more, I think these are half pint jars right here. And then these are jars that they don't have a home right now. And I actually have more jars in a cabinet that are loose that I purchased, over the years that I can use as well. This is a cabinet in my laundry room, and I actually have some jars stashed in here also. I used to just buy jars for different types of storage, even like craft room storage. And so I just have some mason jars stashed all over the place for now. I'm going to start using those for my canning. Also, I wanted to mention that what I've been doing is like slowly getting the things that I need. And I started last year. I started getting things like my dehydrator, and I got my canner last year. And so when I see things in the store that I need, then I'll just pick them up. And so I didn't get all this at the same time. So if you're starting like your canning journey, I would definitely suggest that you just buy things slowly and work your way up. So also in here, these are some lids and some rings that I've used in the past, and I just stuck them in here so that they won't get mixed up with any of the other ones. I have a plastic bag that has some rings. These haven't been used, and some lids. And then I actually have more of these, and I got these online, and I'll have a link to all of the stuff that I have as well. But they're not for pressure canning, but you can make like I guess a semi-airtight seal when you're just kind of storing things. So if I dehydrate something and I'm gonna be eating it soon, I could just put one of these plastic lids on here. So I have plenty of those lids as well. And then these are some brand new lids, and these are for wide mouth. I do have wide mouth jars and regular mouth jars, and I have some regular mouth lids as well. One thing that you have to do when you get your canning supplies, or before you use it, is you have to like inspect everything. So I was inspecting the Golden Harvest lids because when I was doing some research, I saw that some people said they had some problems with it. Well, not some people. I saw one guy, he said he had some problems with it. But the problem that he had, these lids don't have that problem. So, because I inspected them. So they are A-okay. So it's good to inspect your equipment and also your jars when you buy them and before you actually use them. So this is my pressure canner, and I just used it yesterday for the first time. Y'all, I tested this before I even put any jars with food in it. I tested this for hours yesterday before I actually used it, just so I could get familiar with it and learn how to use it. And it's the Presto 23 quart pressure canner. And the reason why I got this pressure canner specifically is because you can stack the jars. So they do have a smaller one where you wouldn't be able to stack the jars. But I mean, I got all of these in one layer. It was 9 pint cans, and I didn't have to stack, so that was nice. However, if you do stack, you have to get, like, there's a plate that goes on the bottom, and you have to get another plate to put in between the layers. But y'all, this is not a tutorial. But I don't have that, so I only could do one layer anyway. But I really like the Presto canner, and I could see myself really using it a lot in the future. Some more things that I got, and I think I got most of this last year. The only thing I didn't get last year was this canning salt. I bought some more canning salt because I wasn't sure if I was going to have enough, which I think I will. But I got these books, and one of them is, this actually came with my dehydrator, which I'll show you in a moment. And it has a lot of recipes in it, so that is very, very nice. But I'm sure you can nab one of these online as well. And this is, it's not only the instruction book, but it also has recipes in it as well. Which most of the books for all of these items have, they have like some beginning instructions with, beginning recipes with the instructions. And then this one is the Ball Home Preserving book, and you can see I already have a few tabs in here, and so I've been making some recipes out of this one. And then here I have like some pickle crisp, and these are used when you are doing pickling basically, and you don't want your veggies to, you know, go limp and be soft. You want them to still have some crispness. So I bought some of this, and I think I'm going to buy more just to have in my stash. And again, we have pickling salt. You know, me and Bobby, we were talking, and we were like, what's the difference between pickling salt and the regular salt that you use? Forgive this cruddy box, but this is like the table salt that most people have in their houses. And you can see it's iodinized salt, so it has iodine in it. And pickling salt does not have iodine in it. And that's the difference between the two. And the iodine would actually, I don't think it changes the flavor too much in the canning, but it may change like the color. And I think you can use it, but it's better to use the pickling canning salt. So I got some pickling canning salt. Next here is most tools that you would see people have. And I just bought a set since I'm a beginner, and this is working good for me right now. And in here, you'll see we have like the tongs, and it has another set of tongs. This is the, it has a magnet at the end, so you can pick your lids up without touching them, or if it's in hot water, you can stick this in there and grab your lids. And then this gadget right here will help you to take the rings off if your rings are on real tight. And then you have your debubbler and measurer. So you can debubble with this side, and then it has measurements on this side, so you can do your headspace properly. And then you have like a extra wide mouth funnel in here, which I already had a wide mouth funnel that I purchased a long time ago, but now I have another one. So I have this whole set. I am not the most organized person, but it helps if you keep all of your items together. So I made sure when I get finished with all of this, that I put everything back in the box. Y'all, that's so unlike me, but it really helped me to gather up the things that I needed to do my food preservation, or to get started, because I'm starting to build my pantry a little bit by little bit. Okay, these two things right here, this is a water bath canner, and then I also have a hot plate. And again, I have a link to these. And the reason, well, let's talk about the water bath canner, y'all. The water bath canners are relatively cheap. Well, cheap in the canning world. I think you can get them for around $30. You can get them from Walmart. I've seen them everywhere, however. I got mine at a thrift store. I found a thrift store that had 2 of them, and they were each $3 each. But one of them was kind of rusted, so I left it behind. But this one was in really good shape, and it had the rack in the inside. So they come with a rack that you can put your jars on, and so I got that one. And that was like $3. And I've already used this as well. Now, when you are water bath canning, one thing that you might run into, that I ran into, is I have a glass top stove. Y'all, when you fill these up with water, they are beyond heavy. I can't even tell you how many pounds they are. I can't even like pick it up. So if you put this on a glass top stove, just, beware. So you have to look at your stove's specifications to see if it can handle a water bath canner. So I didn't want to take any chances with this. I didn't mind putting a pressure canner on my glass top, but the water bath canner, because you have to put so much water in it, you have to really be careful. So what I did was I purchased a hot plate. So this is what it looks like. It has like a little knob right here, and you just plug it in. And I just set this on the counter where it's safe to put the weight of the water bath canner on it. And I purchased that, so when I do my water bath canning, these two go in tandem with each other. And I know that for water bath canning, you don't have to buy a special canner. You can just use a big stock pot, but you have to make sure you have a rack that goes in the bottom so your cans won't be sitting at the bottom. So just keep that in mind. So a good option, if you have a glass top stove like me, is to use like a standalone electric burner. And this is the Hamilton Beach 18-quart roaster. And I got this so that when I'm making big batches of things, I can have the Presto over on my stove, and I don't have to have anything around it while I'm trying to cook my food that's going to go in the jars, if that makes sense. So I can put this on my counter and I can cook the food, and I can do it in really big batches, which is nice. I got this idea from the 1870s homestead, and I watch her channel all the time, and I love watching her can stuff. And I got this at a thrift store. I see these at the thrift stores all the time. And I have a little story about this particular canner. So, story time. So, I've been wanting one of these roasters for a really long time. And the first place that I saw this was on the 1870s homestead. The lady, she uses hers when she's doing like big batches of things. So that was my idea as well. And I've seen these, I see them all the time in the thrift store. I saw one, and it was at like Habitat for Humanity. It was there for like more than a month, because I go there a couple of times, a month. I never picked it up. And it cost $25, and that's why I didn't pick it up, because I'm cheap. So I decided that I was going to go back and pick it up finally. I said, I'm going to pick it up. That was my specific mission. But when I got there, it was gone. Y'all, I was really sad. I continued to do my thrifting, because I always hit a few thrift shops. And the last thrift shop of the day that I went to, I found this Hamilton Beach one. But when I took it up to the counter, I got bum rushed by these old ladies that work there, because it's a church thrift store. And they were like so happy for me. And they were like, wow, we didn't know we had this. And let's plug it in and make sure it works. And it has everything. And ooh, it has the instructions to it. And what are you cooking? I want to come to your house. And it was like so funny. It was like I got swarmed by them. And they were like so sweet and everything. And this one was actually $18. So I saved even more money. Now, I don't know how much these cost brand new. I might have to look that up. But I'm sure this one was well taken care of. It was clean, and it was $18, so I couldn't beat it. So I brought it home. Don't know where I'm going to store it, but that's the story of my 18-quart roaster. So the next item that I have, this is a food dehydrator, and I actually got this for free because I have a brother who kind of moved out of country, and he had this. And he gave it to me, and it's brand new. He never used it. It's still in the plastic. But I got this food dehydrator, which is a smaller one, and I probably wouldn't have got the other one if I got this one first. But I got another food dehydrator as well. So this is my big Excalibur food dehydrator, which y'all probably have seen already on some other videos. And it's the big one. It has like 9 trays. And so I have this one, and then I have the other smaller one. So if I have like a big batch of things that I need to dehydrate, I can use this Excalibur food dehydrator, which is very, very nice. And also the other one, which I haven't tried out yet, the smaller one. This is my food saver, and I have a few of these actually because I use them for different things. I have like 3 food savers, y'all. They're just like a staple in your house. But as far as food preservation goes, I want to show y'all how much I paid for this because I still have the sticker on it. I paid $3 for that, and it came with hoses and all kinds of stuff for $3. And I would find these all the time. So again, you gotta be looking for stuff and pick it up when you see it because it might not be there for long. But I bought this at the thrift store. Again, I have a few more, and it actually comes with a port where you can put the hoses on. I got these hoses and a whole bunch of food saver canisters at the thrift store again, and I've had these for a while. And these are some universal lids, or you can use these like when you're doing dehydration. You can actually seal your jars with these. And it comes with the hose again. I'm not showing you how to use it, but I'm just showing you how this. This is the wide mouth one. And they're a little dusty right now. I just need to clean them. And then this is the regular mouth one. So if you can get your hands on these, I would definitely recommend them. You just plug these into the food saver, and then you're able to seal your lids that way as well. And then I always keep like some bags handy. You can get like the pre-cut bags. They have generic bags. You can get them at Walmart. They got all kinds of brands now that you can use with your vacuum sealer, basically. I'm saying this is a food saver, but there's other ones. I think I have a Ziploc one as well. But so you want to get you a food sealer, and then you can get them like in a continuous roll. Let me show you. I've had these for more than 10 years. And this is like a continuous roll, and then you would just cut as much as you need. It's kind of sliding out of my hands. Sorry about that, y'all. And so this is another method to preserve your food as well. So you can put things in food saver bags, and they last longer in the freezer. Or you can do dry goods in here with your vacuum sealer. Let's put it that way, with the vacuum sealer. So it's pretty cool. I also wanted to mention this because during my research, I found that there are some store-bought jars that you can use over again as well. And people have been doing it for years, and they've had success with them. So I'll be saving these jars from now on. I can't believe I've been throwing these away. So this is just it was some avocado salsa, which I really didn't like that much. But y'all, listen. These were all cans that were pressure cans. So this was a dill pickle jar. Then we have some spaghetti sauce, which these are ones I used last night. And so I'm gonna wash those out. Well, these are washed, but I need to wash those still. I'm gonna wash those out and save those. And these will be my backup jars. So don't throw these away, you all. You can reuse the lids on these. And y'all, again, I am a baby canner. So I'm just telling you what I'm gonna do. So you can do it too if you like, but don't try to send me to jail if things don't work out for you. Do your research. As far as equipment goes, the only thing I think I have left that I would like to get is a ladle that's specifically used for canning, because it has like a little lip on the back where you can put it on the pot and it doesn't like sink into the pot. I don't have one of those. I do have like a big standard ladle that I use for, you know, soups and chilies and stuff like that. But I would like one that's just for the canning, and then I just keep it all together, and that would be nice. So I just wanted to say that my disclaimer is I'm very new. I'm a baby canner, just like I'm a baby gardener. I'm kind of learning as I go. Y'all did tons of research for canning, and I'm very comfortable at this point, even though I've only canned a few things, that I can do this, and you probably can do this too. So if you're a baby canner, let me know. I'd love to know how long you've been canning, and if you have any tips. Is there any equipment you think that I've left out? And I know I'm probably going to need more jars. But for now, this should hold me for a minute. It should hold me for a minute because I'm nowhere near the end of the growing season. I also have a freezer, but I want to can stuff so to leave the freezer free for some other things. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. All right, Garden Tools, thank you for hanging with me. I'd love to hear your comments below, and I'll have links to the items that I have here if I can find them. All right, I'll see you later. Bye.